What inspired me to put together Freedom in My Speech, I was inspired by The Spook Who Sat by the Door by Sam Greenlee. I saw the movie for the first time recently, and he had a lot of dialogue from the movie that I wanted to probably include on a mixtape, as well as quotes from other revolutionary activists, as well as other influential black people. And the project actually it evolved from being a mixtape to becoming like my sophomore album. The reason I chose to call this project Freedom in My Speech is because one of the greatest weapons that we have is our voice. And oftentimes, folks want to take the freedom away from our voice. Flip side to that, when we recognize the freedom that we do have in our speech and the power that it has, we also have to be responsible for the repercussions that particular power in our speech creates. The audience for Freedom in My Speech is primarily a black audience, and I can say that unapologetically. However, anyone with an open-minded, progressive mind can enjoy it. However, the content is, I think, in my opinion, pretty heavy on there, and it's probably going to rile up some emotions. As I said before, Freedom in My Speech is unapologetic, uncompromising, and unadulterated. Yet, it is balanced with honesty. Honesty is the main element that I hope the listener takes from this particular project and hears throughout the project. While it's probably only 15% of my personal life, I'm honest about my particular views and approaches to certain subject matters. The entire project has a social political theme where I have poems that are aimed at local and national politics. I have themes that speak directly to the streets. I have themes that speak on religion. I have themes that criticize the penal injustice system. A lot of these themes are just put together from my own honest point of view. What makes Freedom in My Speech different than my previous projects? What sets this album apart from my very first album, which is G-Name Warrior, that I released in 2007. This one is a little more polished in my opinion. I'm a bit more comfortable. And although I've put out a mixtape or two since G-Name Warrior, this is a perfect follow-up to that particular album. G-Name Warrior was pretty much, the audience for that was an African-centered crowd, whereas Freedom in My Speech aims more toward just simple progressive thinkers, as well as the average street dude who thinks outside of his everyday environment. And I think female adult entertainers will enjoy this album too. It first started out as another mixtape project, but the more I got into it, the more I got more serious about it. 2013, The Ghost Story was an autobiographical mixtape. And 2013, The Red Pill was what I considered a mixtape that was far left and more abstract. And needless to say, I was having a lot of fun with 2013, The Ghost Story, and 2013, The Red Pill. But Freedom in My Speech is a little more serious to me. I'm having fun with it at the same time, but it's more serious. I'm taking a more serious approach to it because not only do I want this project to sell, but I want people to really enjoy it as if they went to a store and purchased the CD. I want them to really hear the quality in it. 2013, The Ghost Story had about 30 tracks, yet half of them were skits and the other half was the tracks themselves. Because this is an album, I'm just keeping it to 13 tracks at the most, 11 tracks at the least, but more than likely I'm thinking it's going to be about 13 tracks on this particular project. I'm really being conscientious of how each track flows together, of what's the next track, what's the track that was before, how do they flow together. So I'm really spending my time on putting that together. The album is actually about 80 to 85% done as far as the tracks go. I got 2 more tracks I need to record. However, once it's done, I'm going to spend a lot of time really working on doing as much as mastering as I can do. I don't have a particular release date, although it will be December 2011. I'm thinking around Kwanzaa, which is the last week of the year. So you can expect it then. It will be available for online. You can get it directly from me. You're going to be able to order it if you want it shipped to you with the album cover and whatnot. I'm really putting a lot of thought and creativity into this. I'm also working on a website and a web page, and by the time I put this first episode of Freedom of Behind the Speech out, hopefully the website or web page will be available as well. And just thank you so much for rocking with me, for as long as y'all been rocking with me. I really put in a lot of work. Just stay tuned for the next episode of Behind the Speech, where I'll be pretty much breaking down each track for each episode. So I don't know what track I'm going to break down for the next episode, but just stay tuned. One love and solidarity. Selah.